Well, good Wednesday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majewski back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Studios with your weather update here on your March the 4th, 2026. Well, the weather story is going to be the unusually warm weather we're going to have sticking around here for the next week, and we're talking about temperatures running well above normal, in some cases some 20 plus degrees above where they're supposed to be for this time of year, feeling more like May than March. So we're going to be challenging some record highs here in the days ahead, and it looks like some increased chances of rain as well. Now, before we get into this full update, if you're new here to our YouTube channel, let me introduce myself. I'm meteorologist Greg Majewski, and I'm on a mission to build a 24-hour professional weather channel, and I could sure use your help. It's real easy, doesn't cost you anything. All you gotta do is please subscribe to the channel, and more importantly, hit that notification bell so you're alerted on all future weather updates, and also get those alerts whenever we do some live severe weather coverage. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. First, want to start off by taking a look at the record highs here for tomorrow on the 5th. You see a lot of 80s there. Looks like 1955 was a warm year there, as well as 1976. And I think some of these records are will possibly fall going into Thursday. And if we don't break them tomorrow, there'll be other opportunities, especially going into Friday as well. As we take a look at the live look there in Braselton, Georgia, outside my backyard from our new weather station that's up and operational now, and we're seeing a lot of sunshine. We started off with a lot of clouds. Now we're back into sunshine, and so we're going to continue with this kind of, cloud cover, sunshine, partly sunny skies. It's going to be kind of a smorgasbord of cloud conditions here over the next several days. Just expect more of that. Lake Lanier also looking pretty good for this afternoon. A very, very light wind out there and looking very delightful, very spring-like to say the least. Looking at the local radar, it is quiet. Should remain that way for another day or so. We may get some chances of rain back in here on Friday, but the real main rain threat really won't come in until we get into the weekend, where we're kind of running about a 50-50 chance as we go into early next week. Satellite imagery showing those clouds kind of burning off there a little bit. Still got a little bit of cloud cover there up across extreme northern portions of Georgia. Not really amounting to anything there. They're kind of burning on off, but you kind of see them right up here. Here they right in there, but otherwise looking pretty good here for this afternoon. Local radar showing the high pressure. That's what's in control of our weather right now. We've got a high sitting right over the top of Georgia, and what that's doing, it's acting as a bit of a stop sign. Okay, so we got the high sitting right here, and the storm systems out here to the west, they can't really move into this. It's kind of blocking it up, saying, nope, you're not going any further than that. And but that will break down, and that next system will come into our area. It'll decay as it's moving in, and then we'll have another front coming in next week as well. So the good news is the rain opportunities look like they're going to be increasing here as we continue deeper into the month of March. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the North American model here. First, we're going to take a look at that one as we kind of take a look at this here. Let me go and pull this up as we're going to be looking at the next 84 hours here. And not going to see a whole lot of wave precipitation. Now, again, if we get a slight chance of a shower on Friday, it'll be slim. Not going to really amount to much. Thursday's dry. Friday's looking pretty good. But as we go into Saturday, we may see increased more chances for precipitation there. And even then, that looks like it's probably going to be late in the day. So we got the system coming in here from the west. It's going to be falling apart as it moves in. And then we'll watch for another system to come in behind on the heels of that one. So here are the rainfall totals here. Again, you've seen all the heavier rains back over toward Arkansas, Missouri off there. Not a whole lot here across North Georgia, not just yet, but that will change, especially going into Sunday and Monday of next week. So make sure you have those umbrellas handy. Looks like we'll see better opportunities for rain here as we're going into March, into the spring months, which we could use absolutely as we continue to fight back the drought conditions here across North Georgia. All right, so let's go take a look at our forecast maps. This compliments from our friends from the National Weather Service. Watch that little timestamp there on top as we kind of go through this, as we're looking pretty quiet going into your Thursday morning. We got high pressure there. Again, you got this ridging taking place in here, so keeping this system at bay. It's going to move in eventually, fall apart, and then we'll watch for the next one to come in behind that one. So as we go into your Friday, again, looking pretty good. And then Saturday, rain chances will come up. That'll come up into about 50% coming into your Saturday. And it looks like Sunday, that front's just going to kind of sit there. It's going to decay. It's going to fall apart. So again, but with it, the moisture kind of stuck in there, lifting mechanism there, we'll watch that. Then we'll watch for our next system. We've got some energy coming out of the southwest. Got some stuff coming out of the high plains, and they're going to tag team up and kind of bring into this next storm system. It doesn't look quite as robust as it was yesterday, but still something to watch, whether we're going to get severe weather here or not. And then on Wednesday, we'll see the showers and thunderstorms. And we'll be watching very closely down in here to see if we get any active severe weather to kind of fire up there to move in Wednesday and Thursday. And then we'll see a cool down. Right now, it's at minimum, I think we cool back to more seasonable levels by the end of next week. It could be colder, but again, we're still a little over a week away. We'll track that closely as we go through next week's forecast. All right, so here's our forecast for tomorrow. And boy, It's on the warm one. Again, normal high is supposed to be right around 60, and we're at 79, 54 there in Gainesville. Overnight lows tonight, everybody pretty cool. Mildly cool, let's say that. I mean, definitely not where they're supposed to be. Normal lows around 40, still 30s across the mountains, and we're well into the 50s here for overnight lows for everybody. Quiet night, and then daytime highs, mix of 70s and 80s across the region. And again, we'll be flirting. These will be even warmer going to Friday. So if you don't see a record high on Thursday, you may make a run at it on Friday, and I will update the record highs for Friday as well. I'll post that again for you guys for tomorrow, so you can check that out on Facebook. All right, so here's regional forecast. The entire Southeast looking pretty warm. A lot of 80s out there. You got Nashville, you got Memphis, you got Mobile, you got Columbia, all at 80 degrees, 82 in Columbia and Birmingham, and 82 in Jacksonville. The rest of the 7-day forecast looking like this. Again, limited rain chance there on Friday. Really kind of comes up there on Saturday and Sunday, about 50-50 going in there to Monday. We'll bring it down a little bit going in toward Tuesday, and then the rain chances, I think, will come back up on Wednesday. But the whole next 7 days, temperatures way above normal. Intermittent rain chances in there as well, and looks like we're in store for this to continue for at least another week. But again, winter's not over. We'll be very clear about that. We're going to cool down in the next week. I'm convinced of that. How much of a cool down still remains to be seen, but there could be even a colder shot after that. Again, the polar vortex is breaking down, which it typically does going into the spring months. That's what happens, and you get these nice cold shots to come on down. So I do expect opportunities for additional freezes before the end of the month. So no planting until we get into April, and then things begin to settle on down a little bit. All right, again, I appreciate you guys checking us out here on our YouTube channel. Please hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future updates, because if you don't hit that notification bell, you will not get the updates here. That's how YouTube works. You got to help the algorithm out a little bit. All right, that's y'all's update for today. Y'all take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.